Today, we're diving into one of the most beloved stories ever brought to life, How to Train Your Dragon 2025. This film takes the classic tale we all know and gives it a deeper, more emotional edge, exploring courage, friendship, and the bond between Vikings and dragons like never before. Spoiler warning, we're covering the full story and the ending explained, so click away now if you haven't seen the film. Alright, let's get into it. We open on the island of Berk, a rugged, storm battered place where dragons are the biggest threat, and daily life is basically one long battle for survival. Hiccup narrates the chaos as dragons swoop in stealing livestock while the Vikings fight back with everything they've got. Hiccup wants nothing more than to fit in, but everyone sees him as a walking disaster. While the other teens, Astrid, Snotlout, Fishlegs, and the twins, train confidently under Gobber, Hiccup only gets in the way. Even Stoic, his father and the chief of Berk, struggles to understand him. During a raid, Hiccup tries to prove himself using his homemade bolus launcher. He actually manages to hit a mysterious night fury, but the plan backfires, drawing a dragon toward him and forcing Stoic to rescue him again. Hiccup gets scolded, feels useless, and vents to Gobber afterward, admitting all he wants is to be seen as a real Viking. This sets the stage for his journey, not just to prove himself, but to discover who he truly is. Frustrated but determined, Hiccup sneaks into the forest to find the Night Fury he shot down. When he finally discovers it trapped and helpless, he prepares to kill it, the moment he thinks will finally earn him respect. But when he looks into the dragon's eyes, something stops him. Instead of a monster, he sees fear, and something strangely familiar. Hiccup cuts the ropes and lets it go. Toothless spares him too, cementing the beginning of an unexpected bond. Over time, Hiccup returns to the forest, slowly earning the dragon's trust. He discovers Toothless can't fly without a missing tail fin, something Hiccup decides to fix. He builds a prosthetic fin, and through trial and error learns how to ride him. Meanwhile, in dragon training, Hiccup starts applying what he's learned from Toothless, using gentleness instead of violence. Everyone is stunned when Hiccup begins outperforming the other teens. Astrid, however, grows suspicious. His sudden skills don't make sense, and she's determined to uncover his secret. Astrid finally corners Hiccup after another unbelievable win in dragon training. She knows something is off. No Viking suddenly becomes a dragon expert overnight. She follows him into the forest, just in time to see Toothless. Panicked, Astrid tries to run, but Toothless blocks her path. Hiccup manages to calm him down, and to prove dragons aren't the enemy, he takes Astrid on a breathtaking ride through the skies. At first, she's terrified, then amazed. But their peaceful moment ends when Toothless suddenly dives toward a massive cloud of dragons, all flying in the same direction. They follow them to a colossal mountain, the Dragon's Nest, and inside it is something terrifying. The Red Death, a gigantic alpha dragon forcing all other dragons to steal food for it. Astrid realizes this changes everything. Dragons aren't attacking humans by choice, they're being controlled. She urges Hiccup to tell Stoic, but he hesitates, knowing his father sees dragons only as enemies. Astrid gives him the tough push he needs. You can't keep this to yourself. People could die. And now the truth is too big to ignore. The truth finally comes out. and Stoic reacts exactly as Hiccup feared. He launches the entire Viking fleet toward the dragon's nest, hoping to wipe out their enemies once and for all. But Hiccup, knowing the dragons aren't truly to blame, rallies Astrid and the other teens. They free the training dragons and fly out to stop the Red Death before it destroys everyone, Vikings and dragons alike. When the fleet arrives, the Red Death bursts from the mountain, a monster the size of a fortress. Flames, debris, and chaos erupt as Hiccup and Toothless take to the sky in a risky plan. Use speed and precision to force the Red Death into the air and make it crash under its own weight. The battle becomes a blur of fire and wind. Toothless dodges massive blasts while Hiccup calls out maneuvers, their trust stronger than ever. Finally, they bait the Red Death into climbing high above the clouds, too high for its massive wings to handle. It stalls, spirals downward, and explodes in a fireball that lights up the entire sea. But the victory comes with a cost. Hiccup is injured in the blast and falls until Toothless wraps him in his wings, saving his life. When Hiccup wakes, days later, everything has changed. Dragons roam Berk peacefully, Vikings and dragons work side by side, and Hiccup now has a prosthetic leg, a reminder of the price he paid and the hero he became. It's the moment the boy the village once mocked finally becomes its future chief. And that wraps up our deep dive into How to Train Your Dragon 2025. Hiccup's journey from an underestimated boy to a hero shows the power of empathy, courage, and friendship. His bond with Toothless changes the way humans and dragons coexist, proving that understanding can transform even the fiercest enemies into allies. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more movie recaps and ending explanations. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update, and let us know in the comments which dragon moment was your favorite. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.